night. What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome to the fulfillment of my soul. I mean, our soul. I mean, I don't know what I mean, but I'm here doing my thing as usual. Just chilling and relaxing. I know y'all seen the topic, and I know y'all like, what you talking about, Big John? What you talking about? The Gambia, a great place to get robbed. So let me give y'all the update on what's been going on. Last Saturday, I get a call. No, a text message. The text message says we had a break-in and they took everything. I don't get upset. I don't start tripping. I don't start fussing. I don't start cussing. I don't just say nothing. I just wait and till I get the information. So eventually I call, say, yo, what's going on? So yeah, we had a break-in. They took everything. I says, okay. I get a video and pictures showing me what was taken, whatever, right? Bars knocked down, right? My motorcycle gone. They like, oh, they came with a truck and they must have lifted the bike on the truck and took it away. And there was some clothes missing, TV. They took the TVs, they took the monitor, they took the CPU unit that's connected to my security cameras. And they took a little other security device that I had in there. That was my hidden camera, which is a ring. Now, I don't jump to conclusions or nothing like that. I just collect the facts and the evidence and I move forward from there. So I'm like, yo, so tell me what happened. And Bella was like, she went to go open up. She tried blaming it on me, first of all. Oh, because you've been saying we need to open up the restaurant on Saturday, I went to the restaurant to go try to sell. So I'm like, so you mean to tell me that on the first day and the only day that you went out to go sell or open up the kiosk, we get robbed? How convenient. The first day and the only day that you open up the restaurant on a Saturday, we get robbed. I'm gonna say that again. The first day and the only day, because you're usually home any other time. So, but the first day you go, we get robbed. I'm like, all right. So I'm looking at the pictures of the video, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple of hairs stand up on the back of my neck because of the videos that I'm seeing. So I says to one of my police friends, hey, look at this video right here and tell me what you see. They're like, yo, what is this? I said, this is my house back in the Gambia. They broke in. So the detective, my friend, is looking at it and he's saying, they went through the front door? I'm like, yeah, they went through the front door. He said, well, that's flag number one, because no one usually goes through the front. Did I say front door? Front window. They kicked the bars in or broke the bars on the front window, and that's how they entered. That's a flag, because usually no criminal will do things at the front of the house. They'll do it on the side or they'll do it in the back. No one else that I've seen in the whole Gambia that's been getting robbed or had a burglary did they go through the front window. Now that's just me. Cool. So my friend is like, I don't understand that. Secondly, he's looking and he goes, well, if they kick the bars in while coming, it's no damage to the couch and no damage to the glass table. Flag number two. I'm like, yo, I don't know. I say the same thing you said, but I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to influence what you might be seeing. They're like, yeah. So then flag number three, he was like, yo, what did they take? And I was like, oh, they took the TV, they took the monitor that was connected, the security cameras was connected to, they took the CP unit, and they took my Ring device. He was like, well, uh, with, how did they know to take that and take this and take that? I said, I don't know. He said, well, that's a flag. So then I showed him other pictures, and there were clothes scattered outside of the house on the side of the house. He said, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that the criminals broke in, knocked the bars down, stole your motorcycle, stole the TV, stole the monitor, stole the CP unit, stole the Ring device, stole some money, and then they stopped to go through clothes inside of the yard? He was like, that don't make sense. Burglars, they get in and out. They don't sit there and take the time to go through clothes on the outside of the house. If anything, they would be inside the house under the auspices of being away where nobody can see them going through this stuff, or they just take what they take and they go. They don't stay at the scene of the crime and go through clothes outside the house. So I didn't want to say nothing. So next thing you know, I'm just taking up this information, talking to Bella, asking her questions and stuff like this. Now, mind you, we got security cameras, we got electric fence, we got barbed wire, we even solidified the front gate, you know what I mean? So can't nobody even look in. So I'm saying to her, how people know that my motorcycle was in there? Who been over here? How do people know that my motorcycle was in there? The motorcycle been there over almost a year. Ain't been no problems. We ain't had no break-in and none of that. Okay, just writing this down, taking all the information. So then one of my neighbors gets broken into. Now, when she gets broken into, you know, people in the community are very upset. And long story short, they start their own investigation. They start reporting stuff, and come to find out that there was a gang of thieves from, first they said Sierra Leone, then now they're saying Nigerian thieves that were actually renting a compound from someone else in the community, and they were the ones allegedly breaking in. Now, man, there was a lot of police presence. It was, you know, all over our group chat. You know, everybody was posting pictures. They showed the criminals. They was doing devil worship or some kind of worship where they was pouring alcohol. It even looked like blood. You know, they was doing some kind of blood sacrifice or whatever. And it's alleged that before they would go out to do a crime, they would pray to this idol, and it would protect them. Anyway, the police rounded up these people. It was, I believe, nine men and one woman. And, you know, there were some people that were called to question and to look at some of the different items that were covered for identification purposes. So allegedly, my neighbor went down there and she identified some of her stuff. So this is how they were able to confirm, allegedly, that these were the culprits, the criminals that were doing the break-ins. Bella went down to identify stuff. She told me that she couldn't see any of our items. So at that point in time, I became overly suspicious, and I truly do feel like someone entered my house through the front door because they have a key, and they gently and carefully chiseled the concrete around the bars and gently and carefully sat the bars down where it wouldn't do no damage or nothing. And I'm just like, you know, I hate to be accusatory or conspiracy theory or whatever, but I'm like, how come none of my items is found over there? I had a neighbor call me because Bella's really upset because she feels some type of way, which she should, because if she had listened to me, we would most definitely got broken into. But I had so many security measures in place, we would have been able to hear the criminals. We'd have been able to see the criminals, the whole 9 yards. But because of certain protocols that I put in place wasn't followed, this is what really victimized us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna feel apologetic, and I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, 100%. You know what I'm saying? I'm not happy, but I'm not upset either because I done my part to make sure that the safety and the integrity of my house was intact. It's just that the people that stay in the house didn't do what they were supposed to do. You know what I mean? I'm not holding my tongue. I'm not biting my tongue or none of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's becoming now that Gambia is a great place to get robbed. And a lot of people that come from other places around the world are starting to adopt this idea that if you don't get robbed, something's wrong, or this is going to be acceptable, or whatever. You know what I mean? I don't agree to that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do the things that I do to make sure that my place is secure. You know what I mean? My motorcycle only had 22 miles. I never even got a real chance to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, saying, wow, what is really going on? And because those protocols that I was speaking were not in place or they wasn't followed properly, I cannot eliminate people. Everybody's a suspect to me at this point. Everybody's a suspect. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact that, things are just not adding up. You know what I'm saying? And I had to have other people's eyes get on it so I wouldn't come and be like one-sided and just say, yeah, so it just wouldn't be me. I had to get opinions from other people in the security field, other people in law enforcement to put their eyeball on what was being said, seen, and everything like that. So, yeah, that's what it is in a nutshell. We've been burglarized, and I feel mostly it's the fault of the people that live in my house because they just didn't follow the protocols that I put in place. So many things that I did, so much money I spent just to make sure that they are safe because I'm not there. So I'm not worried. My security is on a whole different wavelength. I'm a whole different situation. But over there, I was making sure that everybody was safe because that's the one call I don't want to get, that somebody was injured during a robbery or whatever. So I put all these mechanisms in place to safeguard us. But when you just don't do the simple things that it takes to keep yourself safe, who can be upset with that? You know what I'm saying? Who can fault who, or who can be like, woe is me and all this and that? You can't even be sympathetic at this point because, you know what I'm saying, you've done everything you needed to do. Sorry don't correct everything. I don't know what's wrong with the Gambian people where they think that they can just say sorry and that's supposed to solve the problem. It don't. It don't solve nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be true accountability. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not concerned with your own safety, I know you're not going to be concerned with mine. But I've done everything that I was supposed to do. I went above and beyond to make sure that everybody was safe and whole. And now this happens. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget to smash that like button. If your first time here, don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? But most definitely smash that like button, hit the notification bell because this is for you. But yeah, the Gambia, a nice place to get robbed. I'm gonna put together this footage and put the video together. There's a lot of information out there. If you Google, you'll see a lot of stuff going on. They'll be talking about it for the next couple of days. This is a very big investigation. I even, like I said, I had a phone call coming tonight and they were breaking everything down to me. Mainly this concerned neighbor about what was going on between me and Bella because she was feeling some type of way, I guess, because I didn't have time to really go over it with her, but she was upset because, my accusatory attitude and tone, but, I don't mean to be accusatory, but when things just don't happen the way that they should, and other people involved and not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you have to start looking at things differently. You have to start looking at things from a different perspective, and that's all that happened. I was like, yo, I'm telling you, somebody walked through this front door. They knocked these bars down from the inside because there's just no damage on the inside. When you look at all the other people that got burglarized, they kicking those bars down, and whatever it hits, it hits. In my house, ain't no damage. There was a glass table right there. The couch was right there. There's not a mark on the couch. There wasn't even no dust on the couch. You know what I'm saying? No, not, I'm just like, yo, somebody, you cannot even grab that bar because what they do is they stick their hands through and they chisel away at the concrete, and then it just falls over. You know what I'm saying? And when it hits, it hits. That's not what happened in this case. You know what I'm saying? So I feel some type of way. I'm going to feel some type of way because this is my stuff. But yes, I am happy that no one got injured, no one got hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the material. It's just about, don't be trying to like sell me some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I could see that a mile away. And I mean, there's some other things that happen too that I don't even want to divulge right now because I'm doing my own investigation. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that notification bell, subscribe. I'm doing my own investigation into this. And, it's unfortunate, but I can see the frustration among people that come to the Gambia and they're not there to exploit or take away or, you know, do all these negative things that you hear about, and then stuff like this happens. Like, it's like a level of the level of understanding and comprehension about stuff over there when it comes to these type of events is just not there. It's like the people are just not really concerned about it. I've been hearing this word lately called individualism. This individualism thing is going on. It's going on in America. It's happening on the continent as well. And we as a people, both those that want to go back and repatriate and those that are there that are natives, need to come up with a solution to this so we don't harm ourselves further. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, I'm like, at this point, I'm like saying, man, I'm sort of over Gambia now because when I go, you know what I'm saying, you really can't let your hair down and relax because you got to worry about whether or not you're going to be burglarized. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I know that people had to see these individuals walking around the complex, walking around the development, and nobody's questioning or none of that. And as it's unfolding, the house that they was in, it sounds like people knew that they were there, but this whole individualism, this universal individualism that's going on right now, no one said nothing or no one cared or no one decided to question the issue or question these people until, things boil over and everybody becomes 100% dissatisfied. That's when change happens. That's when rebellion happens. That's when things go from 0 to 100. So you had a whole community fed up, tired of being burglarized and terrorized, and they finally decided to stand up and point the finger or point the authorities to the right place. Like, y'all knew this, y'all seen this, y'all didn't know what was going on to the fullest degree, I don't believe, but you still had questions. You know what I mean? So everybody's coming out saying this now, of course, but, it's just unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm just sitting here like, yo, I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place because it's not about the material items, you know what I'm saying? But it's all about, yo, who could you trust? And I feel like I can't trust nobody at this point. Not in Gambia, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can't trust nobody. I feel like on an island all by myself, not able to really express and enjoy paradise because of this situation. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy to me that we trying to get away from that type of living because Gambia is supposed to be peaceful. And I would say that, yeah, for the most part it is peaceful. But when somebody comes into your house and they steal and they burglarize, that's an act of terrorism. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you really got to be on a whole different wavelength to enter someone's house like that. You know what I mean? And to steal and rob. You know what I mean? Understand the poverty, but I'm going to show y'all the pictures of these guys and everything. These guys didn't look like they were poor. I seen Gucci, and they had jewelry. They had fresh haircuts. You know what I'm saying? And to me, it doesn't seem like a poverty thing, but it's just criminality to the fullest extent. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate, but yeah. I really don't trust nothing to nobody. I never really trusted nothing to nobody anyway, but it feels like the journey that I'm on is being stagnated now by this criminality issue, this thing with the people breaking in, because it's not gonna stop. It will stop for a little while, and you know, once you slay one snake, another snake gonna rear his ugly head on down the line. And I'm just not for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there's nothing. The sting of it isn't as hurtful because I'm not there. But if I was there, best believe that I would be in a state of paranoia. It's almost like a good thing that I'm in America because, you know what I'm saying, I don't have to be paranoid. I can only be worried about the people who I care about. But guess what? If they don't do what they're supposed to do, there's nothing I can do to help them. If they don't do and they don't uphold the protocols that I put in place, there's nothing I can do to help them. You know what I'm saying? They by themselves, not by my choice, but by their choice or lack of understanding of what to do in these scenarios when I set them up. You know what I mean? You know, it's to me, it's almost like the Gambian people, not all, but the ones that I know, they're very hard-headed. It's like, yo, you don't have to question, you know what I'm saying? Just do what I'm telling you to do so we don't have to be going through this. And I don't have to be taking a pause in what I'm doing to have to now, you know, investigate. I got to be my own investigator now. Where I'm trying to investigate from America. I have to go into the people that I know now over there and say, hey, I need you to go over here and check this out. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole point is I don't want this to keep going on, and I don't want this to repeat. This is the second time we've been burglarized. The first time I wasn't there, but there wasn't nothing inside the compound. The second time, everything was in there, but they didn't take everything. They only went in certain areas. This is what makes me think, if I think like a criminal, you know what I'm saying, I gather information and then I go. But if I never been in the house, how do I know to go? They went in that house, they went in my house and they hit specific areas and left other things alone. Took like they knew exactly what they was doing. They knew exactly what they was looking for. How could you know that unless you've been in my house? Unless you know where these things are, unless you know what to look for. That's the part that is tripping me out. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I become accusatory, but I don't want to be that way. But at this point, I have no choice. I have no choice because these things just can't arbitrarily happen. You know what I'm saying? It can't be just like a random, you go in there and you hit this, and that. Then there's no damage to the couch. There's no damage to the glass table right there. Clothes outside my house on the side. Like it's almost like a deliberate type of thing to make people think otherwise. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we can't. Like just something is not right. It's something is not settling within self. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm not saying I'm 100% wrong. I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying, by no means, by no stretch of the imagination, that this is just random act. I just don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? And until I see otherwise, you know what I'm saying, I ain't gonna believe that. You know what I mean? Because it was too much of just, you know, random, like, nah, you know, it just can't happen. Like the whole thing with the clothes, that's just like a big flag to me. Like, who takes the time to go through clothes of all things? Who has time to go through clothes outside the house, on the side of the house, clothes scattered? That don't even make sense to me. I'm thinking like a criminal. Yo, we got to get in, we got to get out. We're going to check out what we have when we get to our destination. We're not going to go on the side of the house and start going out clothes and throwing clothes all over the place. Outside the house, that just don't make sense. If you're inside the house and you're rambling through stuff trying to find stuff, cool, I understand that. I could see how the place would be ransacked. But now you outside the house, scattering clothes in the side of the house, in the yard, that don't make sense, man. After you just took my motorcycle, which now I'm starting to believe that it was driven away, somebody rode off on it, opposed to what they're telling me is that, oh, they loaded it on the truck. I'm like, well, okay, you see tire tracks. You see tire tracks. But you try and tell me that no one's seen this truck or this vehicle driving down the road? You know what I'm saying? This didn't happen at 2 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. It happened like, in the afternoon, just when it was starting to get dark, where people are coming home from work. But if you see somebody riding a motorcycle, you're not going to be alarmed as much as if you see it on the back of a truck. Like, oh, that's weird. Somebody's transporting a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, and the other thing was this. This motorcycle I had was pretty sophisticated motorcycle, a piece of machinery. It had an alarm on it that was very, very sensitive. And because the people at my house thought it was a joke or a game to make the alarm go off, it ended up killing the battery. So the battery's dead. So if anybody touched the bike, try to move the bike, the alarm is not working. That was another thing. Like, yo, why was y'all over there playing with the motorcycle like it's a toy, making the alarm go off? That alarm was so sensitive. If somebody make a loud noise, it would chirp. You know what I'm saying? And that was a big mistake for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Which, adds more fuel to the fire. You know what I'm saying? But tune in, stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? As I get more information, I'm going to bring it to y'all. I'm not upset. I'm not like tripping or anything like that. But at this point in time, Gambia has put me on point to pay attention to what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? What's really, really, really going on in Gambia? Paradise or a great place to get robbed? Until next time, I say peace. Be safe. Trust nothing and nobody. Question everything until you can get to that level of peace and tranquility that you know you deserve. And to the Gambian people, those hard-working Gambian people that go out and work every day and don't got time to be doing crime and stuff like that, I take my hats off to you because I know how easy it is to do the wrong thing and how difficult it is to maintain to do the right thing. For those Gambian people, God will bless you. For those people that are criminals and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, not only preying on the weak, not only preying on their own people, but just, don't want to get off their backside and work. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, that's my broadcast for tonight. I'm chilling on the top floor. As you see, I'm not worried, you know what I mean? But I just don't want this to keep going on. And for those people in my community that have been victims to the criminals, you know what I'm saying? I want to pray for you, pray for me. We pray together, and let's kind of try to come up to a solution for this. For those police officers who I seen turned out in force, my hat goes off to you. I just hope that, there's no corruption or anything, or you can't be bribed or anything of that nature that will hinder these people being brought to justice. I got so much footage. I'm gonna put together a video for y'all so y'all can see exactly what's going on, and you can come up with your own conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Like people been calling me, trying to tell me, oh, this is how they operate and da-da-da-da. I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interested in how they operate. I see what I see, and I believe what I believe. And I pray to God. I pray to Allah that I'm wrong about the things that I'm feeling, but I have a very strong mental, visual idea as to what went on and how it happened. And I just don't believe that I was burglarized in the sense of they just came in and started knocking down bars. And no, I don't feel that. I feel like they went through the front door, took the bars down to make it look like a burglary, took what they knew to take for however they knew how to take it or knew what it was, and, got on up out of there. But like I said, once again, if those protocols that I put in place was followed, which were very simple, very, very simple, I can show you the video of the people coming in, going out, speaking. I can even show you up the block when they was driving away, if that's what happened. But because people rather go and party and do things that don't matter, this is what happened. This is we're victims. You know what I'm saying? When I made sure that I put protocols in place so we can never be victims. But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get on up out of here. I'm gonna get on out of here. Y'all just be peace. Peace.